Think of it like a restaurant kitchen. In the kitchen where chefs experiment with new recipes, they can try out different ingredients and techniques. But in the dining area, where customers are served, everything needs to be perfect and safe. Just like the kitchen can have some flexibility, the development environment allows for creativity and testing. But the production environment must maintain high standards to ensure everything runs smoothly. In summary, while the development team can innovate freely, the production environment requires strict adherence to rules to protect the system and its data. In real-world scenarios, developers might encounter situations where they have the necessary permissions, but their actions still fail. This is where understanding the role of AWS organizations and SCPs becomes crucial. Many people studying for exams often overlook the impact of SCPs because they focus solely on IAM policies. However, SCPs play a significant role in defining what actions can be taken across accounts within an organization. AWS organizations creates a structure with a master account and multiple member accounts, allowing for better management and control. Think of it like a school with a principal and various classrooms. The principal sets rules that apply to all classrooms, just like SCPs set permissions that apply to all accounts under the organization. In summary, understanding the interaction between IAM policies and SCPs is essential for effective management in AWS. You can group accounts into OUs, which helps in organizing and managing them more effectively. At the OU level, you can attach policies that dictate what actions are allowed or denied for the accounts within that unit. Now, an SCP is a specific type of policy written in JSON format. It defines which actions are permitted or restricted across the accounts. It's crucial to understand that SCPs do not extend IAM permissions. Instead, they only restrict them. This means that if an action is allowed in IAM but denied by the SCP, that action will fail. For example, think of SCPs like a security guard at a club. Even if you have a ticket, which represents your IAM permission, if the guard says you can't enter, which represents the SCP, you won't be allowed in. In summary, OUs help organize accounts, and SCPs control the actions allowed within those groups, ensuring a secure environment. SCPs play a crucial role in setting boundaries for what actions can be performed within your accounts. They have a higher priority than individual permissions granted through IAM. Imagine a hierarchy where you have a master account at the top, and beneath it you have different organizational units, like development and production. Now, in the production unit, there's an SCP that specifically denies the action DynamoDB delete table. Even if a user in IAM has permission to delete tables, that action will be blocked because of the SCP in place. This is like having a speed limit sign on a road. Even if you have a fast car, you still can't exceed that limit. In summary, SCPs are essential for enforcing policies across your AWS accounts, ensuring that certain actions are restricted regardless of individual permissions. In our development organizational unit, if there are no restrictive SCPs in place, the actions allowed by IAM policies will succeed. This principle applies uniformly across all AWS services, whether it's Lambda, EC2, S3, or RDS. So if you have the right permissions set up in IAM, your actions will go through without any issues. In our lab, we will create an AWS organization and set up 2 organizational units, one for development and another for production. In the production OU, we will attach an SCP that denies any destructive actions, ensuring that critical resources are protected. After that, we will create IAM roles in both the development and production accounts that include delete permissions. To recap, understanding how SCPs interact with IAM policies is crucial for managing permissions effectively in AWS. This ensures that we can control what actions can be taken in different environments, When you try to delete something in your development account, it might succeed, but the same action could fail in your production account. This is often due to the restrictions set by SCPs. To validate what's happening, you can use tools like CloudTrail or Access Analyzer. These tools will show you clearly if an SCP has blocked the action you are trying to perform. One common mistake that candidates make is ignoring SCPs altogether. They might think that if IAM allows an action, it will automatically be allowed by SCPs as well, which is not the case. Another mistake is misusing wildcards in SCPs, which can lead to accidentally restricting access more than intended. In summary, always check your SCPs when facing permission issues. And remember that IAM permissions do not override SCP restrictions. When you're preparing for your exam, it's crucial to carefully read the mentions of OUs and SCPs. This is because understanding their roles will help you answer questions accurately. Remember, in the context of permissions, deny takes precedence over allow. This means if a permission is denied, it doesn't matter if there is an allow permission somewhere else. The deny will always win. SCPs are used to set the upper boundary for what actions can be performed within an organization. To put it simply, think of OUs as different departments in a company, where each department has its own rules. The SCPs act like the company's overall policy that restricts what each department can do. In summary, AWS organizations help organize accounts and OUs, while SCPs define the boundaries, with deny permissions having the highest priority.